Hello everyone, Tommy J here and welcome to Heroic Blackrock Mountain. So in this video, we're taking on Heroic Atramedes and we're doing so using this 100% free-to-play priest deck. So this deck is made up of both basic cards, which are here, and Blackrock Mountain cards, which are up here, and it's a interesting little mix. So I do have a lot of dragons with all their synergy, which is quite handy. You may wonder why I haven't included the Dragonkin Crusher, because the battle cry is a bit reliant on them being on low health, and particularly when these heroic bosses start with high armor. If you manage to get them below 15, you're probably on the road to winning anyway. So yeah, a few dragons, as well as Cro-Magus, who himself is a dragon, as well as Emperor Thorazan, just those two legendaries, which are quite handy in this fight. In fact, Cro-Magus is pretty handy in every fight that actually goes to late game, because for free to play in particular, card draw is a massive issue. Anyway, in this fight, the point is pretty much just to play as efficiently as you can, hopefully draw your Swamp Oozes early because you don't have those cards that destroy his weapon like you do in normal. And yeah, the deck will do the rest itself. So it's pretty good. It's pretty good. Anyway, just quickly, the Dragonkin Sorcerer is amazing. Absolutely amazing. We got it this week. And whenever you target it with your own spells, that is, if an opponent targets it, doesn't buff it, but if you target with your own, it makes it stronger, gives it +1/+1. And that +1/+1 happens before buffs are applied. So if you were to Divine Spirit it, it would become a 4/6, be Divine Spirited, then be a 4/12. Pretty handy. Also, if you were to then Inner Fire it, it would become a 13/13. Anyway, let's get into it and see what we can do. Alrighty, well, as the slayer of stupid, incompetent, and disappointing minions, I'm here to tell you, Atramedes, that I'm going to dominate you. You will not stand a chance. Okay, let's stitch that, keep these two. Power Word Shields, to be honest, it's a bit of an iffy one, because you're probably not going to want to buff something too early. Having said that, I may end up buffing something very early, because it does give his weapon an extra 1 attack. Now, he's going to kill this next turn, using a combination of the two of them. So what I could do is Power Word Shield to buff it up to 5, where he can only do 4, or I could just hit it and get a card off it. Because using your hero power doesn't actually activate his weapon, which is very good, because if it did, that would make this fight much harder than it is. So, that's dead, that is fine. Crazed Alchemist coming down, making that a 1/2. It's alright. And that's all I got. Next turn, I have this beautiful Dragonkin Sorcerer right here.
You cannot hide.
Okay, so he's buffing his weapon. Fair enough. Like, killing your own minions to do that isn't the worst. It gives him an extra 3 attack for bloody 4 charges. I think I'm going to drop the Dragonkin. It could potentially die. In fact, if I was him, I would definitely hit it, but he may not. And if he doesn't, it's going to cause him some problems. Okay, so he didn't. Interesting. Very, very interesting. So I think we Holy Nova. Unfortunately, we haven't actually drawn an ooze yet, so this weapon is getting fairly big, but you'd ideally want to use an ooze around turn 4 or 5, particularly if he buffs it. So I'm going to drop Thorazan. Chances are he's actually going to attack Thorazan, but he may not. So late game, this guy has a few cards you need to watch out for. The main one is Onyxia, and you need to have some way to deal with Onyxia. Okay, yeah, cool. I'm fine with him using that last weapon charge on that and not on my face. That, on the other hand, incredibly annoying. I could kill it, but it's gonna come at a price. I could just play Cro-Magus, although right now card draw is not my problem. Killing that is. So let's do that. Now I unfortunately do need to buff this. So let's buff it. Divine Spirit would be ideal if I were to draw that. Another Power Word Shield. Do I risk it? Yeah, let's risk it. Pretty low chance, but... Nah, Hungry Dragon. Okay. You know what? Let's just heal self. Go for the face. Why not? Potentially a terrible decision, yeah, because of that. But thankfully, this one is much weaker. And I'll actually be able to take it out with that. And there's a Shadow Word Death for that one. So let's Shadow Word Death. Now we do want to Swamp Ooze. Let's kill that as well. This is down to 3. So that's 3. And then Swamp Ooze. You want to make sure the Swamp Ooze is the last thing you do, excluding Hero Power, because that doesn't really matter. Because it will buff his weapon and then you can destroy it. Though he doesn't equip a weapon until next turn, so it doesn't really matter. Forget what I just said, it doesn't actually matter. Okay, 763. That is not quite enough to kill him. 874 wouldn't either. Doesn't matter. Let's play that. Take that out. We'll just play it safe. Hit him. And I'm going to heal that. It doesn't matter if a 9/9 comes out now. Or if a Nixia comes out. Yeah, that's game. That's game. An interesting one. An interesting one. Was that a one-shot? I think that was. So yeah, I did try this deck. Well, not this deck. I did try other decks a few times, and they all got very close. I'd say this fight, just to be honest, isn't that difficult.
Kill the blind dragon. You should be ashamed.
Never. So yeah, this fight is fairly simple. Definitely bloody nothing on this guy, who is absolutely ridiculous. But yeah, there's a few things you'll be able to do to make it easier on yourself, just particularly if you are going that buffing minions route. A few more buffs might be nice. Inner Fire, something you can always add to a pre-stack and will never let you down. Something like a Lightwell would be very good as well, because it will help you sustain and yeah, just things along those lines. I'll also add a list in the description if you're interested, as well as some strategies for mulliganing and that kind of thing too. Anyway guys, thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, feel free to favorite, like, and or subscribe. If you want to watch other Blackrock Heroic videos, there will probably be some down in the description. So yeah, thanks for watching. This has been Tommy J. Have a good one.